Denali and I are going to show how to properly set up a tram and perform a transfer. So first, we got to make sure that the table height is high enough to where the tram can fit. And I already did that to save some time. Let me go ahead and wheel this in. You will have to lift this up. It's supposed to be just below the armpits, but well above the hips. You want to kind of get nice and snug. And once you get it in position, always put the brakes on so that the tram does not move out of the way. And then you can have the patient relax their hands here, or there are forearm attachments that we currently don't have on the tram, but we'll show a close-up video of what those look like in a little bit. And then once positioned here, I like to, I'm gonna come on this back side actually so they can see me do it. You're gonna strap the chest support. So you're gonna come around the back, have the patient lean forward. There's a little clip. You can't really see it. You can always adjust the clip as well. Go ahead and clip it and then tighten it so it's a nice, snug fit. And before moving on, how does that feel? Feel good?
Tighter.
Tighter, nice and snug?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Once we have the chest support, we will then put on these thigh straps. And like I said, we'll have a close-up video of all these as well. And there's little yellow hooks here. We'll go ahead and hook them on there. We want the gray facing the patient and have the black on the outside. A way to kind of think of that is black is professional. We want to see it. So I'll go ahead and strap both. There we go. All good? And then you'll have them kind of dangle underneath here. And once we get the straps on, we're going to come underneath the thigh. And then we're gonna hook it to one of the colors on the side of the tram. The farther back we go, the more support that they have. So for purposes right now, I'm gonna do the blue. How's that feel?
Good.
And I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Good.
Yeah. Tighten my
Yeah.
trunk a little.
Up here.
Yeah.
And yeah, throughout this process, you're going to be talking with the patient, asking them how they feel, if they're comfortable. If they feel like they need to be more secure, they will also let you know. So I'm going to now tighten Denali's trunk a little more. Potentially.
There.
Better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once we get all that situated, we're then also going to make sure that our thigh straps are nice and snug. And so how we kind of do that is we look up, make sure they're about the same height, and if not, we can adjust and pull. Feel good? Alright. Feel good? Alright, now that we have all this set up, I wish these said
That's good.
Alright, now that we got this all set up, I'm gonna go ahead and tell Zelly, alright, how are you feeling?
Good.
Alright, we're gonna go up in the air. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, please let me know, and I will go ahead and lower you back down, okay? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go up, and then there's a little switch. Up arrow is up, down arrow is down, and we're gonna go ahead and lift. Good?
Yeah.
Alright, and then once we get them lifted here, we'll go ahead and undo the brakes, and then we can go ahead
And I float.
and transfer.
And then the.
Oh, and then, yep, and then this, I don't know how well it can actually be seen, but this here will also adjust the legs of the tram, so if we need it wider to fit underneath the table, narrower to front of the table, that's what this level is for. And then we have battery pack, which we will show close-ups of all of this, so that you guys can get familiar with the tram. But this is
Give me a spin.
the tram. We'll go ahead and do a little, this isn't the easiest thing to steer. So we'll go ahead and do a little drive. And you feel secure during all this, right?
I do, yeah.
You don't feel like you're going anywhere?
No.
I said, not an easy thing to drive, and then now that we got you turned, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you back to the table.
And then as you lower me
that we got our back to the table, I'm gonna go ahead and lock the brakes. And then, alright, I'm gonna lower you back down to the table. And when we lower, like I said, we'll show a closer video of this, but we wanna make sure we lower, there's these little bars right here. We wanna make sure we lower them enough to where their bottom's touching the table, but these aren't jamming into their hips. Good, perfect. And then, yeah, brakes are on, and then we just go ahead and undo thigh straps. And then we'll go ahead and do chest support. And now that the cushion is safe and balancing, go ahead and move this out of the way.
There's the tram transfer.